pressure. The life was as you wake up. I know we're not here for a fight. Some people that will have 6 feet down. My heartbreak hurts like a
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back with another episode of ZaNyimbo, and just by the guitars and the vocals, who's in the building today. I'm chilling with none other than Praise Umali, one of the biggest ones when it comes to music, production, and all sorts of things, man. Welcome to the PG, bro.
Thanks, I say umakwana.
Hey, it's been a long time coming in.
Hey, I'm winning. This is not going to go.
Hey, we're not banging it.
I'm winning. You don't mind yourself. You're going to sit down.
Zodabuisa. I say, it's just about to remember for I said, what the Praise Umali kumene kuri ayi. Sali go. Tamwimbi afani sakuyanka. Ndeba noba ndizinto zapo kuti the candy part of the DJs because there's so many things that people don't know.
Yeah.
When it comes to your production, your music, people you've worked with, what you're planning.
Yeah.
So you know what? This is one of those guys that we need to sit down with and just have a chat. Chifuka, I feel like your journey has been interesting.
Hey, Kwambi.
From Blantyre to LC.
The gamadi analinde pula.
So just an kira. Just an kira.
Gamadi mulungana ndi plan.
Ana ngati sakuza kuti tikutanthauza jani.
I win.
Eh? Mm-hmm. In fact, I think that's the best introduction to this podcast. That song, bro. Mm-hmm. What prompted you to write that song?
It was around the time when was just ukuthi zinto zake sizokwenda moyo mwakhe, and then you're like, what is going on? Hey, you're stressing about a lot of things. It was around that time in my life where I was stressing about a lot. It's easy, it's manji. And then I honestly feel like literally it was just one of those things where I was like, I am living in my answered prayers.
Hey.
Was easy, what? Hey. It's just what I was like. Years ago, actually, 17, 18-year-old me, where I am today.
Get out.
There's no way that we actually were able to finally get to this point. It was just a far-fetched thing. Now you're living in those dreams. You start dreaming bigger. No more progress. So because of that reminder, it's when it reminded me what I say. And that's why even the song starts with, I worried all the time. I thought I was running out of time. When you're like, and I felt like time was not on my side. I need to get this goal, Chanchani. I couldn't take it a day at a time because our dreams were big. And and he had made that plan. And that song came from the heart.
Yeah, straight, because I remember like how he even brought us together.
Yeah.
Because the people that are in the video, in Eonandosa from a perspective where I understood the concept. But I had to say like where we're coming from and where we are right now. So it was a song that we were living in our answered prayers, but we did not know. Mm-hmm. Probably for me, it was also one of those reminders. Because even you I was like, what can you think about?
I said, I think most of the people in that video, everyone was like, see,
Hey, Nyali
Music Show, yes.
The one that you came all the way to BT.
I say,
people don't know this thing, bro.
I'm winning. I say, when transport then at that moment, Nyali Music Show was one of the biggest things for Christian music and Christian hip hop. Then I go in a time with the group Beautiful Minds, Mabanga Christian hip hop, and Nyali Jodi. We need to get on that show.
Yeah.
We need, and I think if Facebook, I remember one time to top 10, the Nyali Music Show, one of our songs. Hey, And naye kuti amwene tiyendipeze transport yobwera kuti lomwe nthawi naye mwina afilimini koma kulu upeze filimini yobwere iweyo
koma zinachitika and I remember you came through and then I think that's when you made a decision to move to LC. I don't know what really happened between time manager kena kunangodaba nkulu wiru asuntha Lilongwe
zokhazo khana kuti jaja sazantola. What happened is that was my first time in my own capacity. And that time we were doing production in Blantyre because I've been doing music production for a little over 10 years.
True.
So in Alewudi, we came to Lilongwe, we came for the show, and also in January, tunguyanga nanu ma studio man, tuweti kuti timaenda enda kuti kuti kulilongwe anthu apanga zotani. I said malowa ma studio ase ndikuona equipment yokuti us as anthu kuti ku Blantyre ma studios because I was around anthu ngati Trigger Beats, J-Mass, Suspense, I don't know who else I can mention. Tose timakhala kuchilimba. So timakhala kuti kuendera na ma studio janja ngama gesu gazima ma producer tose timakhala munthu mmodzi. Waziziwa. So timazoa equipment timeti nayo. We were doing the most with the little that we had.
Yeah.
Tabula Lilongwe I say now na ma studio man to asini ngona santa and this is my monitor speaker. Bene wonde kuti sha. If you would use my speakers are radios na zake kuika ku amp. Waziziwa. So nabula Lilongwe I say naenda ma studio mwina atatu and everyone had monitor speakers and that was a dream for us. Olokuru wafasa ina J-Mass ina space. Ma monitor makhala kuti yonde kuti wafika. Waziziwa. So now, I saw that, and then I had to listen to what the people were producing. And I heard the stuff, and I was like, it's lacking. I feel like with the equipment you guys have, you guys should be way ahead. If we're going to players into Zanga Mundo, speak and what in the for now, do Zanga doesn't vega Bonobo Sadu Zinginis and the some meeting women and how charge and I go, I was like, I say, TV Zenji that we go. The business is that on it? Is that
that's straight?
And I didn't know how that was gonna happen. I had no idea how I could even tell
how did they take it?
I think they took it quite okay. Just a few months after that, I got a job. The girl effect Malawi, terminating campus Yazato. So I got that job, and then it was that thing where the job required me to be in Lilongwe. And I was just like, right on time. Right on time. All those things happened too quickly. I feel like because of the job at the first point. This is not I made a plan to find some Lilongwe. I just don't know how it's going to happen. And then now I'm going
Girl, if it comes in the picture, you move to LCD. I remember auditions, 1-5.
1-5 entertainment.
And to start with, what's 1-5? 1-5 is one of the places that we had in Area 15, the studio, plus also a mini conference center where people were coming to do tema events. So Girl Effect and Kabangayani hire through us because we used to own it. Me, Ashley Nenani, Kanizan Liwewe, and Bob Pondo. You don't know that, now you know. Go do your research. Then you guys got picked.
Yep.
Zathu Band was formed.
Yep.
Before we go into the story of Zathu Band, I want to know. Offer and opage channel that. Funny cows and my boys are they were really like artists. Like it was a proper thing, you know. They were living paid salary Can you explain for people who don't know?
Okay.
From the horse's mouth.
I think Chaji Kulu Jimene Antu Amaone and Jimena Antamagumbugina about Zathu is the music. Yeah? Komano, I can tell you good up to today, Zathu is still out there and it's still happening.
It's kicking.
It's kicking.
Yeah.
The strategy that the organization used to kick off the brand Yazato was to make sure they have people's attention. And how they did that was add the music thing to the message that they wanted to bring out. So, Antangamanga na Zathu, all they saw was Anturimaimba. It was a proper 9 to 5.
They were 9 to 5.
Inali nchido.
They were unali radio drama.
Kunali radio drama. Mupangiza ma script. Mukupanga achani, mukupanga travel kuti mupita. Imagine I field wegis. Fuwari makaka kuti kupita ndodi kama areas amene tukuweka nao.
Amene Zathu imapezeka.
Mamidi, chani, tukuenda going with the message as Zathu. And we were the face of the brand. Because the whole thing for Zathu was bringing change in terms of maga, you know how Malawi tinakulira kuti atsikana nda anyamata sitimacheza kwenikweni. Like you start interacting way later in terms of good friendship level.
Yeah.
Imakhala jodi atsikana they have
their own thing.
amapanga zawo anyamata timapanga zathu. So the whole purpose was good. What if we bring together good anyamata and atsikana, they should be able to work together. And in the sense of having actual friendships that would actually help you.
That's why there were songs like Zathu Pa Wailesi.
Those songs, even the messaging in the songs. That's why the group even had 3 boys and 3 girls. Because they wanted initially to empower girls, but this time they wanted to involve boys in the process.
I see.
Most of the times that girl empowerment, you're saying atigana. But then I think these guys saw the gap. That is how I'm going to involve Anyamada in empowering the girls. And it actually worked out pretty well. Jafwan and I, Jody, were trying to push Kuti and to fit way mods.
I would say Kuti Zathu was the first music label experience in Malawi. You know, I would say that because artists were well taken care of in terms of like Kuti uzifilanga rule banchiro, giranchiro, komanso your needs are taken care of. Komanso like just the structure, the discipline that they instilled mama artist. It was really intense. Magazi makani ma vocal training sessions. The man go on and get his messages. Of course, I also worked with Zathu, which was also a blessing that came later.
Yeah.
Because by this time, in Mugwera we 15 koma ine sinamba kugwira ntchito ku Zathu. Fast forward, that's when I saw the concept behind what they were trying to do. You know, so ndimangofuna ndifunso kuti nthawi imeneyi zikuchitika zonsezi iweyo muri makoso ndi ma plan ndi ma ideas ako komanso ndi because people need to understand kuti pezi Umali anabwera inde ngati ntchito ya Zathu koma iweyo nayo ndi plan yobwera kuno kale. So what happened between Zathu, artist wa Zathu, and then Praise Umali?
Okay, so I'll bring you back just a little bit. So when we did my auditions as Zathu, we did the auditions. It was Malawi-wide auditions, and to amadumiza auditions through WhatsApp. Adumiza yanchani. Adatenga antu through WhatsApp, and sanka I think about 70 people. Anadibwesa dosi Lilongwe wudi mzabange no live auditions ache. Nabwera from 70 people anasanka to 14 do a final audition. So they were auditioning both for your musical capabilities, your acting capabilities, not just music, Chabe. So then from 14 people, they chose the final 6, which were the ones to be in Zathu. So we started doing my tryouts. Let's go to the studio, let's try out this. When they were satisfied, they were like, okay, I think this time now we want to go. Here's a contract. Now, one of the clauses in the contract was exclusivity. Now, I was already an artist. I was already pushing that time. Now, Nyimbo Zathu play and this is 2016.
That was the exclusivity.
The exclusivity meant you cannot release your own music as a personal brand because you're part of this brand, Zathu. As an artist, and you are now part of this thing, because we want to brand this as also a band. What is Zipangas to release music? You cannot be releasing music outside of this. Contract.
Serious?
I went back to Blantyre.
Serious?
Facts. And I was like, that's how much I believed in my dream. I was like, there's no way I'm letting this go because of this. And the guys were actually stunned. They were like, Iwe, we're giving you money, a salary. Everybody that heard the fact that Ineo signed a contract thought I was crazy. I went home. What?
Ew.
I got calls from my friends, or the for example, Faith Musa. I knew Faith Musa from way back.
Yeah, because he was also working with Zathu.
He was also working with Zathu at the time. He called me. He's like, "Panga, And this time I was what? I was 19. I was 19, and he was like, "Panga, this is a good opportunity. it will also nurture you. Jifuga, if you can see and who are the one to actually nurture you into like, I will put this in into, there's all these things that you benefit. And you know, I sat down, I thought about it, and I was like, you know what? I'm giving myself 2 years. Because the contract that they were giving was that 2 years. It'll be renewed. Now I told myself I'm giving myself this 2 years. 2 years, let me work it.
Let's
The only
see.
wouldn't did and I'll use it as something good. It's work. I'm getting money. Let me start investing in what I want for myself in my dream. Then that's when I got into Zathu. At the end of 2 years, initially Murumanga was like, I don't want to Jan. You know that when that comfortability kicks in, you have a job, you have a job security, I started thinking maybe I should still
They were giving a new contract.
Komano, I was not at peace in my heart. I was like, no, you still have this that you have always been chasing on. So how about
Was it I?
And it was a big decision for me to make. That was towards the end of 2018 with the contract they had already made contracts for everybody to sign in for another
For the next 2 years.
Everyone's contract plan. So I go to the manager and I'm like, I'm not renewing my contract. And I got in the jokes. And I'm going to brush off. The next week I went again because I was not at peace. I'm not renewing my contract. I go, are you serious? Yeah, I'm not going to renew my contract. That's an emphasis. It's that thing the
package was really good. Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. And you're working flexible hours at times as well. Week, you guys are on holiday. It's flexible. And then I got called in by the country director. Why are you trying to quit? This because that time the boom. Why are you trying to quit? And I was like, I think it's time for me to move on to the next thing that I want to move on to. Hey, do you want more money?
Zanga.
I say, what is and I was like, I don't think it's about that. Meeting. How much do you want? I was asked that question.
Yes.
For you to continue this contract. I was asked. And then I was there like, yo. It was very tempting, I have to say. But I chose, no, I'm going to continue with what I want to continue with.
I said, we're not going to cash me, is it?
If you can change this clause in the contract to say I can make my own music.
Nyimbo.
I'll continue on the same contract, same salary, I'm fine. They said, with what we're putting into this, conflict of interest. And I was like, then it's time for me to take my leave. And I did. And I continued, of course, with Zathu all the way till around the beginning of 2019, which is around Feb, because we just had to finish the season. But I was on a different contract. Sinai some contract in the magazine, because now I was away from this.
From the brand.
And hey, that's when Praise Umali was about to be born, 2019. So, from before that, I had a nickname. I think you remember. Adred Echo. And I know Jody, from now I was rebranding to Praise Umali Janchani in 2019. Then I think COVID hit. The organism when you just quit your job. COVID in koza hira.
Mistake.
Zanga. Kumaganizwa ndinavangi nanje. But zintu zinaenda. And I think everything went quite well. And I think 2019 was when I started branching out as an artist. Now I'm my performances. I was performing everywhere.
Yeah, straight.
Because now, these 2 years, I had created a good social capital for myself.
Yeah, straight.
In the music industry, I was getting to find out who are they? What do they do? Let me start creating a relationship. Then now I'm just so my best event, and I know all the big event organizers. And when you do an event, go to post, and I'll just call them up.
I'm winning.
Let me open. Give me 10 minutes. That's what I'm looking for. 10 minutes. They'll be like, they have nothing to lose. They're not paying me. I perform. People are asking, who's this guy?
Who's this guy?
I have no music out at that point. Who's this guy? I go to another audition. I perform. Then the biggest one, the biggest performance was Ufulu Festival 2019.
Yeah.
I said, then I Jody Ineo. Most times I was just performing the guitar and deka and gaga keys. Boys younger mandizi wano in another madara. Let me play. Let me play for you. We will play for free. For when I was like, guys, I'm not getting paid. They were like, let's go. I said, bandit tonight. I said. Tonight I
remember that set.
And the day after, Lagos Stars called. The day after Ufulu Festival, Lagos Stars called.
Wait, was that Nyimbo?
And they were
that was the first paycheck.
That was the first paycheck made Nalandida after that performance. And just the other thing, you need to create opportunities for yourself.
For yourself,
you need to push yourself into those spaces. Before my performance, I'm being mbiri, and mostly in my best cheese mango, chanchani, and that still created buzz in Agodi. After that performance in Ufulu Festival with the whole band. Lagos Stars, because Lagos Stars was the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Lagos Stars called Funamgabanga before Lagos Stars. And I was like, yes. And then I was like, when I accepted, I was posted as headliner. And questions were like, who is
this guy?
Who you named Dan? Headliner. And there was that thing where it was kind of like we were out of place in a way. Went to Lagos Stars, and I'll tell you, we stole that show.
Yeah.
They were not joking about stage, and now people were asking, Ndanu, where's your music? I had no song out.
Was that a plan, though?
That was a plan. We created demand for a whole year. 2019, back in the beginning of 2020, we performed almost everywhere, and people were getting to memorize songs. People that were coming to my shows would have gone on.
I
was this saga. They won't find anything. And then 2019, I think it was in March, if not April. 2020, I mean, in April is when I released my first single.
Yeah.
And I had one song out. 2020 Sunday now I'm my show. One song. I released another song 2021. Hey. That's how I had to my name. Komano was that thing where I was like, guys, the music is good, yes, that we're making. Komano, we need to find a strategy that works for us. So for my business, I'm going to cooperate, because they know he's capable of doing this. So by the time we dropped the album September, and I can tell you, album September, I only posted about it the day it dropped. I've never posted about it again. You can go check my socials. And that was it. That album in Ndayoka. And that was the plan with my team. We were trying to devise a plan. Okay, what works, guys? Titani. And I was like, guys, let's try and maybe not force feed people. So 2019 to 2021, Tinado ZaNyimbo Zwidi, because I through Sababa in September 2021.
Yeah.
And that post was the only post that was made. I've released an album. Here it is. Album in Ndayoka. Now my bring the phone that's in Zanga and I say, Nyimbo zako go say like Benning Center. Nyimbo zako and
Benning Center would.
I say. And it was crazy because most people when we had listening sessions and Tana Magamba's Jody, I say Nyimbo zako zumvega too English. I genre go banga Umali kunogo janchani sigwira. Nango rusa. Nkoisi ezibida. And it did wonders. And we got even more bookings. Life Fest came in the same. Was it Life Fest was 2021?
Yeah,
right? 2021 if not 22. Come on, Life Fest came, booked, paid Buno so dramas Buno. Oh, no. So it was that thing where
I say
when I look back, sometimes I'm like, yes, we put in the work. I feel like God paved the way already.
That said, all this happening. I know you've been also recording for other artists, producing. And I just want you to help me understand the balance between you and Banga Zako. Komaso, Ugurusa Zantwena, they are as equally as good. Before this, I give 100%. I don't think.
I think as a producer, my producer I'm even my artist. Sometimes I'm a kind of frustrated my artist, my producer. Nyimbo. But I'll tell you something in my perspective, as a producer. iweyo bwera uzaimbe nyimbo. Pena amene feel si collab.
Si collab, man.
Because the thing that people don't understand about artistry and even production, we are creating something that's not there. I need to every single time come up with something new. Waziziwa? Kuti nyimbo yako isamveke ngati yawo ina wake. Zimeenda kuwekera ababa ziwe so zimve kukoma kuposa the last one that I worked on. So if wabwera ni nyimbo eja, tamba kuiweka. And now I'm working on it and I feel like it's not there. I'll do the best in my power to not give it to you, guy. And make sure when time and do sayo.
It's there go
Kakarem. And I always love that, and I feel like I get regular clients a lot. They'll come back.
They'll come back because of that.
I'll make sure I give you 100%. I'll make sure I bring your idea to life the best way I can. But then, of course,
yeah,
I will try to give you 100%.
There's something that you said that I think people need to understand. The creator, commercial producer. Every time you are in the studio with someone, you are giving a part of you.
Yes.
Every time you're constantly making something new. Every time. And I want people to understand.
I say.
You are creating every day. And artists because just not everyone can do that. Create something out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it also plays with our mental health.
Yep.
It plays with how we interact with people. Because you can create a depressing song and also be depressed.
Yeah.
You can create a happy song and be happy. You can create just like a very angry song and be angry.
True.
So all of these things, all these emotions that you are creating for other people, for yourself, how do they affect you in terms of like mental health?
It's actually a good question. My music from the start. The reason why I even got into music, I think Kwambiri. For me, music is feeling. What music did to me as a kid was put me in different moods. When I listened to something, I loved listening to music that had meaning. Music that, they're getting me to a certain place. Whether and as long as I felt something, I was like, this is music. You get what I mean? Like it made a difference. I always wanted music that made a difference. So in my writing, in Chanchani,
you want to do the same.
I wanted Goody. The way I say Nyimbo, you should feel what I'm feeling when I'm writing.
Yeah.
That is the main thing that I always look for. And this doesn't just come from lyrics. It comes from melodies. It comes from even the beat itself. And it's easy, I think some artists that I've worked with understand, no matter what I say. Nyimbo, the beat. The beat, whatever starts in the beat, has to put you in the mood for the message that I'm gonna give you. At the end of this song, you are sad.
Walira.
Girala inage, girala imene ndukika babai. Because sound actually makes a difference. Like what you're hearing, it sends signals to your brain. So whatever I'm playing, I feel like, that just made me a little bit gloomy, sad. I'm like, if I want a sad song, this is it. Because I know if you also hear it, it'll be
you'll feel the same.
So giraga jagaga and kale sad. I'm in the right mood. Yeah. This is what I need to write. Things like that. Even Johnny, there's a song like You Be Good. You Be Good, the Nyimbo. I had the concept for me close to a year. I wasn't finding the right feeling.
That's it, close to a year?
Close to a year. And it's one of my favorite songs to date. Nakala sent the idea would be close to a year, and it was within entire COVID. Wow, now. So I was like, Nyimbo did that now. Then I called Faith Musa. Now Musa Faith. I was like, I've had an idea. I know it's a good song. I can hear it in my head, but I don't like it's not bringing what it's supposed to bring for me to write it down. He was like, I'm going to be done. went kubunda. Afika akuramwene uzikutani then namuzo ra ineyo my ideas is not play about guitar nchani my chords nchani. I was like it's kind of like this komano amenisa kumveka. And then he took the guitar. I was like komano is sounding okay that sindukuziwa amwene. He started playing the same chords kumaya ana play anongati Faith Musa ndokuziwa kale ba guitar sasewera. He started playing and I was like amwene this is it. He was like I'm like this is it. I was like digita kaende ngotani ndingoyipeza kuti ndizimba modani. I started recording. He didn't know. I start recording. Then he's like, "Tell not to record." And I press stop. I'm like, "No, record." He's like, "Aye, let's re-record again." It sounded perfect, and it's the guitar that is in the song. Yeah, Komano, we did my retake. Muna 7 or muna close to 10. It didn't come close to the one. He didn't know that we were recording. And it nothing came in here. And sometimes feeling when you don't know that we are ready to go. Because he was just playing good. Let me just play. Tinabanga came out dope. Chasing the feeling.
Okay. Now, fast forward. Zose zachilika zambiri and then mwakazika kulilongwe, people know there's praise Umali now. I want to understand your experience when you went outside of the country. You know, unavaya pakati pa unavaya kunja wakapeza watu wakukira ma studios then I go dabisa. I want you to like explain to people what talent can do in spaces like that.
Okay. I think I love how you have asked the question before and what talent can do in spaces like that. Malawi this thing of talent. Because we haven't seen what it does on the bigger scale. That's the thing. Like, first time I went out the country, Zathu. We performed in London and we performed in Scotland. Zanga. Figure kind of sound system. But of course, go between 2018 and now, but over 8 in my sound system. But on some levels, of course, it's in a figure. Komano, we are so much closer than we were. Not even about Command time in a number and tango beat. I was like, hey, sound you come time in a Uruga. Or my mom forgot some ini or go in by stage. Come Kuruma was in Vangamungo Vera CD. I wasn't
you guys have not been exposed to
people haven't been exposed.
That's why any man in a comment yodi atamandi kuwana koma ndimakhaonendo nazona ndikanoti industry yathu noko sinafike balevo sinafike guys because ukapita pa stage kunja kuti even pa John Pompa
Zanga
kukamva even tank kuti mava panopa damba kumene
panopa kunokozi kumapanga
koma sinafike level imene
Zanga
unaona. And then what happened for you to like to be in that studio?
Okay, so
because you wrote songs for them, you helped them do certain things. Okay.
So that time I was dating a lady that's from the Netherlands, and I was going to visit her. So I still was like, holiday. I was like, I still need a bit of something to do. So found online a summer school Whistlewood Studios. It's the biggest studio all of Western Europe, pretty much. Yeah. I say my studio rooms pre. Studio like you would get in and you just be like, hey,
hey.
And then so when I got there, when we were gonna do the summer school, murumanga bajirungamo jage ninkabira urantua ndugalo aja muru chifugwa I want to be able to work with these people. Ndugubida it was just a 2-week course, So we got there, I think it was about 15 people or so doing that summer course at the time. Was it 15 or more? I don't know. I'm not sure the exact number. I know it was somewhere there. So what happened was that figure first day, because you had to also kind of like it's kind of like an application, but it's not really an application. It's already uguvaya and umakagura banga submit guys into zina zote wawe kabo. So now what happened was Ntafika the first day You did the summer school, introductions, everyone does the introductions. We were being, the first class was the CEO, because he just wanted to know people and also find Gudi Mumatani. Was this your? So, first class, he wanted to find out what everybody does. So, anabody samamoni that speak at studio. Kuyiga. So it was like, I want to know what you do. I want to know what you do. Let me hear it. Let me hear your demos. Let me hear this. Let me hear this. So everyone was, passing in their stuff. People were doing good stuff. Of course, so many mamba zingine zangu, I was just like, okay, some of the guys are still learning. On F1 Kanya school yodi kasama school production, vocal training, okay, not training, komano learning production, learning writing as well. So writing, production, and just the music business. There, and I was just like, okay, some people are still learning, some people are Johnny. And then it came my time with, okay, you play your stuff. Then I was just like, I'm talking about Spotify. So they're like, okay, cool. So I was like, you can play my stuff. Musana play. It's not going to produce for Antoine. So I'm going to go with Spotify. They looked at my numbers. They were like, you actually have pretty good numbers. I was like, thanks. They play a song. They were like, choose a song. I was like, you can play any, but then they're like, no, choose. So I chose a song. The first song I played was You Be Good. I love that song with my heart. So, play You Be Good. So, Nyimbo Zathu when is my story did. My story 30 seconds, I see ya. 30 seconds, I see ya. Chan. They played the whole song to the end.
What? I got you.
Then I never stop. Then the CEO guy looks at me. He's like, who's no, so it was question after question. Who produced the song? I was like, I did. He looks at me. He was like, who mastered the song? There's recording, mixing, and mastering. So he asked of every step, who did this? I was like, I did the full production. He's like, okay. Who's singing? I'm like, it's me. Looks at me. He's like, okay. So you sang, you wrote, you did production. I'm like, yes. He's like, play another song.
With D.
I'm not sure which one. No. TN wasn't out then. Because TN came out, I think, later. What song did I play? I don't remember the exact song I played, but I played a different song. Oh, no. I think I played Left You Better, because I was like, Left You Better is a bit EDM-ish. I played the full song. I mean, who did everything in this? I'm like, me. He's like, eh?
Seriously?
Literally, his words were, you're too advanced for this class. That's what I'll tell you.
Oh.
But let's continue. That's what they told me.
And I was already, you're too advanced?
You're too advanced for this class.
So let's continue.
Let's continue playing the songs. I had a meeting with him at the break. He was like, I'll be honest with you. I don't think mostly in the America now, even if you heard into Nazija, they're not at the same level. Then the Jogudi, we don't know if this is exactly what you need, if it will help you or not. So they were like, we're not sure if this is actually what you need. And now it's Bana. I get that, but I would like to build a network. I would like to see how you guys work. See what mabangas into Morani, chan. Okay. Second class now, we work a demo within 2 hours. And I got my groups. So they put me for production, chan. Now I got my demo, and now I got my demo, my group. Wow. Now I'm very into each. And I'm very demo. The comment was, demo me niggas very much. This is a full song. Then to kumaliza 2 weeks, everyone has to go. Now be that home office, I need to work with you guys. He was like, I don't know in what capacity we can chan. I don't know in what capacity we can work. And I was like, I can intern here. He was like, you've seen what our interns do. You are too advanced to be an intern. This is the bunch. My interns, usually they're just, going to fetch equipment and to go come big sessions and stuff like that. My way I do my big a session I jogo full orchestra, chanchani, stuff like that. Then another, okay, you know what? I need to be around this space to see how things go.
Yeah.
So I'll still give me my days as an intern. And in turn, you're going to just give me, when the studios are free, I just want to be in there. Or I'm a session and I just want to stand in. And that's how it happened. And then those are the popo. And I was there for like 2 months. So now, ndiga vida mujaguroke. I'm an intern. The guys are still doing the stuff work hard. We were just on standby. And then my online on my sessions are on there.
Okay.
And nakras on the air and one done.
The main studio.
So A&R, I mean, it works with like BMG. Like if you are actually aware of who BMG is as writers. Nyimbo Zambi is my cousin through BMG with my writers, BMG, Janchan and stuff like that. And he was working with those. They had heard my stuff, Janchan, and they now so you can line me up. See, after vocalist, talk to me. After producer, talk to me. After talk to me. Honor. Then now I start getting the calls. I don't need the phone. I say, there's some producer guy, Taurani, Mutagu Zawe Kana Janchani. I went there. That first session was not really the best. Adamino sitting and van him no. And then we did a second session. Now man the Adam and Anawanga produce All I Want in my album How to Become.
Oh yeah?
I said Adam and van. And you know, it might Rolito Myers at time. Great guy. And then it's not as gonna Woody. And I'm gonna name that phone out of the blue. It's just we give me in my studio. I'm gonna name that phone out of the blue. I say there's some producers from France. They've been working from morning. I know this is a short notice. They were looking for, my top liners or writers. They should sing.
That's how you got the gig.
And I'm like, say less. Tell me what time. By like 5 p.m. waiting. 4:30, 9 Now, I said, na figure. Now we've been working on this song for like since around 11. I'm like, it's very good, Gomano. Since 11 was Budamaliza by now. Then they're like, maybe we should have a break to with what this guy does. They get to listen to my music. They're like, this is good. And it was a bit, Love You Tonight, the first demo. Love You Tonight in Ottawa. The first demo, I'm going to play just the beat. I was like, I'm listening to the beat. I'm going to arrange a beat with it. I'm going to expand the beat. I went into the other room. 15 minutes later, and I was like, can I just try something? After I recorded the verse and the chorus in one take. And then these guys are like, did you already write this? I'll show you what I'm capable of. And we did that and went crazy. I've had those connections still open to date and holding them away.
I say it's story in the story of Sangala. I feel like one of the things that you've done through your career that is very that should not be overlooked is going to rooms like that and presenting your craft and then people wanting to work with you. And that's something that a lot of artists should learn to have. Like when you're in a room full of opportunities, so you have to be ready for that opportunity. That said, I want you to your album is out because this is the main thing that before we close, I wanted you to just where can people find your album right now? And if they want to book you, these are two questions that I want to ask you.
Yeah.
Where can people find your album right now? And if they want to book you, what should they expect? Answer me those questions.
What should they expect?
Yes.
Booking line indeed. Eh? Okay.
Bueno, booking line, say it. Expectation, they should know. If I want to get praise, what do I do?
Okay, so
take me through the process.
Number one, my new album is titled 20 Somethings. Came out July 25th. You can find it on all streaming platforms. YouTube, Spotify, Apple Music, all the streaming platforms. You can find my album and all my other albums as well. If you're booking me, expect to be good. It's gonna be good vibes, good music. I love playing live. The only times that I perform in the CD will be if I'm a surprise performer, you just get in, but most times I love my one doesn't do live. Let's be there. I'll be there with my guitar, whether it's just me and guitar, full band or half a band. And if you want to book me, it's simple. Nambalandi.
Yo, there you have it. Praise Umali in the studio today, chilling, talking about different things, stories that you've never heard of. And if you want to get in touch with him, you already know the number is on the screen. But before he leaves, you know, there's Gwamba in the studio. You did a song with Gwamba called Plani.
Yeah,
we talked about that prior him coming through. I just wanted you to just tell me why you chose Gwamba to put a verse in that song.
Then the woos, I say, I say, Nyimbo Manager Nalemba, the initial plan, plan.
Initial plan, plan.
Pun intended. The initial plan was, that song was Praise Umali, featuring Suffix and Pompey. Sent it to Pompey's guys. They loved the song. Komana, I think in Canada, I'm scheduling. I mean, City Marani. I was like, hey, in the time I find the Nyimbo, the phone my jango. Then, scratched Pompey. Suffix, Edin Juji. Both of them had the song. Edin Juji and Suffix had the song. And it was one of those where Suffix was, I say, Dido, Edin Juji, same thing. I say, Dido, love the song. Time was going. Magumbu say my basically wouldn't know sick bank. And the name can't be another time, but I need this to be out around this time. And then I was like, Kaisi, Takai busy. And Gina saw and someone faces and Tamakala busy. And then I was the girl with
Kumabuka Dolo Panga into in a time frame in Age. Dulemba versing Sigopega. So the friend is already what happened to Bamini Bobo?
The woods and time and I would and I know Gwamba. He knew me, Komasiti Majeza.
Okay.
Ona, this is 2023.
2023
No. Sinai was one on that personal level. Ona. And then I hit him up on Instagram because I didn't even have his number. I hit him up on Instagram. I was like, my guy. But the project I feel like you'd be best for it. Because in there, I wanted a rap. I wanted someone to explain the journey. You know what I mean? As a singer, I don't have that Ujeni. So I hit him up. So I was like, Bobo, here's my number. Hit me up on Jan. WhatsApp and 2 minutes in the invaded. Then 2 minutes later, he was like, I say, I like it. Then I was like, did it, He was like, I'm traveling. Was it a Wednesday? Wednesday. I'll be back in country on a Wednesday. So I'll hit you up. And I was like, Bobo. Now also, my busy.
You are my busy hour.
I say, I think it's on a Wednesday. I was at a Thursday. I didn't be phone. I say, the Bele studio. I was like, Popo. And then the Murman got up. We know in Bagale. I say, Bangavle. Now I'm calling to Uncle. I say, Tabangavle. Then I'm going to go feel a Nyimbo. That's a BFB Bizo. I can't go feel. Where's the Marab? I can't feel. Dear Yamb in a
what they
Kodo and the guard. I did in a God. Zatabo. It a verse in either father. The city Nigeria. I think it was that same weekend, if not the weekend after, made like a video.
Wow, bro.
Actually, I don't think Nyimbo would hear in the studio. Mugadalitsa nani mnavona say tabirani ulimegi uno TNT za Nyimbo. Tinabanga. Ne olumena malembera Nyimbo kwa mbele. Kuri one kuri ai muna ndona maliriga ai.
Kuri beko.
Bo simupeza bo chintu chiri.
Ziri moto.
Ana makanga kuti atakanga na phone yake koma pali beko kantu. Umakanga. Ndikuze mena chimama maona pa phone wagwabe. Ukuze kale bere kale pajani. Kono mugadalitsa chema enda banje. Auji anali kuchikwawa maenda business yaje. Chenye makhala boje make bafuna make ngona.
Chikwawa ndazi.
Chiwaya. Cha ndio umaona kuti urani uyo kuna kozizwa banje kuti chikubula ndi chani. Komano ugoti womwe bati.
Pamene
wo. Actually the last one we did follow the funny thing was nango mimi la phone madala bali Nyimbo uri mukhala muji mwene mumaba mwene ndibwela uza kuti ngani. Napita kwa nango kantenga bwela studio. Bas. That was it. Another in the studio woko. Bas.
If there's a song in your album that you'd like people to like hear you play the original chords.
The original chords.
Yeah, the song that for you, like how it started. This is how it started. I want you to like play from the guitar, like this song in Amba John. Timalize di video yo.
Actually, I think Nyimbo it's actually even a fan favorite. Komano Imene Angandi Jani. Mene na mbila. Yeah, Kazago Danso. Kazago Danso, I came up with the idea and then come vega minenta minina babame. And then I went to Pogachala. I was like, I said, I have this idea, but I want it to sound different from what I have in mind. And I don't want it many who do minina baba. So he changed it up a little bit when we worked on the beat. So initially it was Kazago Danso mzandi Tinenkono mzandi Tute Amineo Sineo Inenka Tago Danso Mtandi Kunyuzeko Mtandi Tuteko Chifuwa Sineo Inenka Tago Danso Kayan Tago Danso Inenka Tago Danso Zago danso ine sindifuna zomandi zunguza mutu usamandilo mutu I don't wanna play, don't wanna feel you, so let me do me, you do you. Somandi zunguza mutu usamandilo mutu I don't wanna play, don't wanna feel you, so let me do me, you do you. I don't wanna play, I don't want to feel used. Come on, how am I going to feel you? I don't want to play, don't want to feel you. So, let me do me, you do you.
I see.
I
see.
Dira, plan ira dulu ganzanga. And Adijani, what if we don't make it? Pana vuna ndo amene ganzanga. Kuna lari, anantangoranga ndi yankulojina. Arankadari Ariane, unangana ade wali filombe. Nada say wali filombe o jambolina jwazi.
Ndeza kuliko.
But yeah.
Anyway, I say thanks for coming through, bro. I really appreciate your art. I feel like you're one of those artists in this country that people need to understand, celebrate because of the contribution that you've given to the industry as a whole, for your production, your writing, your compositions, but also like just being you with your authenticity when it comes to sound. So thanks for coming through.
Appreciate
if there's more stuff coming through, hit us up. We want to know about it, and then we'll come through and do what we had to do.
All episode I can't say anything.
There you have it, folks. There you have it, folks. Praise Umali was in the studio today. Go check out his album. It's out there, streaming platforms. Indina age gomanso. Book the homie. Number ndi memo onayo. Ngamufuna music ya boy ya live osama ngokonda zinto zomwezo diversify. It is what it is. God bless. Until the next one, peace out.